The top 100 Etsy sellers. It's super valuable for new people to actually look at the top 100 Etsy sellers, purely because if you look at them and if you understand like why they've actually succeeded, then you can understand how you can implement what they're doing into your own stores, right? Into your own store. So what's really interesting here, so this is the last 30 days sales, right? So these are the top 100 Etsy sellers worldwide. It's dominated by the US, then UK with 10 sellers, and then Australia with 5, right? So, and it's like updated like a lot as well. So there's a website called Market Pulse, top Etsy sellers. You can see this very easily. So the top store right here, top 2 stores pop in, right? So the top store is Caitlin Minimalist. We'll take a look at this and understand this. So the really interesting thing is like they change this banner frequently. This banner is super high quality, as you can kind of see. Maybe my stream looks shit to you, but this is banner super high quality. They have 2.3 million orders. 2.3 million orders. Okay, that's just a fuck ton of orders. That's a ridiculous amount of orders, right? It's like 2.3 million. What is 2.3 million? Let me bring it up on my calculator. Switch baller. Literally, bro. 2351 times, let's say their AOV is like 25. It's like 58, 59 million. It's all right. It's all right. 59 milli. It's all right. So the interesting thing about their store is that what you can see initially with their store right here. So for starters, right at the top, they have star seller, right? So they've hit these 3 things, 3 criteria. They've hit star seller, right? And also the person is actually Kate Kim, right? Chinese name. I'm not saying too much about that, but it is a Chinese name. Just putting it out there. It's a Chinese name. Kim, Chinese name. But we'll move on from that. We'll move on. Because this store's definitely all handmade. 2.3 million pieces of jewelry, definitely handmade. Definitely. So it's a star seller, right? So that's important to note. Star seller, you can see 1-day flash sale, 30% off a whole store, all prices are marked. I'm sure it's definitely a 1-day sale, right? So it's one thing to mention right there. One thing to mention there. So clearly pushing urgency right at the top here. They have the star seller to, obviously, everyone's going to love star seller. Like, it's good. We've got star seller, right? So we're going to go down here and we're going to check out the actual listing. So they would have created this. One thing you got to remember here is they have put the featured items up here. They have created this whole thing. So this whole thing, you can move this around, like which products show up first, which products show up last, things like this. So we want to analyze this. So up here, they've got the first personalized items. So personalized items are very big for them. Personalized jewelry is actually quite hard niche to break into because there's a lot of big players such as Caitlin Minimalist in it. Often it's a lot easier to go for the more weirder jewelry, like this kind of jewelry right here, where it's a little bit more unique and you can kind of hit that style of jewelry, right? So right here we see that the actual, as you hover over it, they've got a video, right? So they've got video on it, and they've got a video on a lot of their products. So they've got a video here, some chick. Actually, not a lot of their products. They've got a video on a lot of featured products. Or does it not work on these ones? Oh no, whatever, it doesn't matter. So you can see personalized, kind of personalized. It's a lot like unique items relevant to specific people, right? And again, all their photos, the interesting thing, all their photos match. All of their photos match. You can see like literally they all have the same hue, like the orangey kind of hue on them. And they're selling a lot of gold and silver. They're not selling like gothic black stuff. They're selling obviously a lot of minimalist things as well, as you can tell based upon their name. So let's take a look at their second page. And you can also see that their pricing kind of sits within the certain range. Sits within the kind of 20 to 30 mark. I mean, I say that and there's like 3 things here that are below the 20. But $20 to $30 mark. And the reason why you want to do this, so what we can take away from Caitlin Minimalist, before we move into the next store, Caitlin Minimalist has everything reasonably similar in terms of the aesthetic. So the aesthetic of all the items are, as you can tell by the name, minimalist. So dainty jewelry, blah, 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 right? So you can tell by that everything comes across the same. So Etsy likes this. Etsy likes if you all do everything within a certain niche, because if you do it all within a certain niche, it just helps the whole store. You get cross sales, you get more buyers. It's just better for Etsy. Etsy loves it, right? So you want to do that. Yeah, keeping your prices in the range is important. Yeah, it makes sense, right? You don't want to be selling something that's £3.50, something that's £350. It just doesn't make sense to people. And you can also tell here, look, so they put this little ships next day thing. You'll see this on some stores. They do some stores do different things, but you can see they have the little ships next day thing on it. Anyways, okay, let's move on to the next store. So this is the number 2 store, Silver Rain Silver. You can see their banner here. Well, for one, you can see both stores have banners. This one clearly portrays high class, quality, smiles, just happiness and just beauty, right? It's like beautiful pictures. Like, these are sick pictures. This one kind of portrays cheaper, right? They're just showing a lot of products to you, not really like showing the emotion or anything like this, right? £20 to £30 showing in UK. Yeah. So you can see with this store right here, let's take a look at this store. So they don't have the full star seller. I think they did have, what are they missing? Smooth dispatch. I think they did have this before. But anyways, whatever. Again, Emma Perry, but they've put, I don't know what the fuck this is. I think this has changed recently as well. I don't know, it's fully pro thing. Interesting thing about this store right here, the way they do a little bit of a different strategy, right? So they don't have discounts. Look, you can see all their items don't have discounts. But on this store, every item has a 30% discount on. I mean, there's different strategies to things, and typically across the board, more stores will have discounts than not have discounts. And I mean, this is the second store, and that one's Caitlin Minimus is the first store. But I mean, this store's got 25,000 sales in 30 days. Fuck. That's a lot. That's like 5%, isn't it? Yeah, fuck, that's a lot. I prefer the store you showed before this one. Yeah, it's different markets, right? So if you look at this one, this one's cheap. This one's cheap. It's like £9. £9 with free delivery. Like, definitely handmade. Definitely handmade. Like, this is why I find it so funny when people get angry or get annoyed in the DMs, like, to my stores, like, you're dropshipping, you're selling Chinese items. It's like, bro, no one is able to make something handmade like this for £9, including shipping. It's just obscene. But we can see here that across their whole store, they are following the same thing as Caitlin Minimalist. So, like, a lot of their products, not all of them, but a lot of their products have this wooden background. So it's the same kind of thing with Caitlin Minimalist. A lot of their products have this kind of whitish background, and they're all following the same color scheme. Whereas Silver Rain Silver has a little bit of a different color scheme, and it has just follows across the board as well. Hello, Carlo. So you can see they don't have a discount, but they're going super cheap. They're going for a different kind of angle as well. And you can see they've got the best sellers at the top here. We can also check out their descriptions as well. Actually, no, we won't go description. We'll go overall store view. So we can go party supplies and stuff. I don't really like looking at supply stores. They're kind of fucking shit. They're just like bulk selling. Yeah, this is super weird store. I mean, we can take a look at them, but we'll look at the Green Escape. The Green Escape could be an interesting one. But this one's like a sticker store. It's a bit of a different one, bit of a different kind of store. And it's like a bit like completely and utterly all over the place as well. Completely all over the place. Again, seeds, like there's so many weird things on Etsy that you can sell, so many different niches that you can sell within, but like seeds, like what the fuck is this? Like they're just selling a million different types of seeds. Again, super, super, super low AOV. I see the strategies behind the first two. I prefer the first one though. It's more eye-catching. Yeah, that's the thing, right? They're just going for different strategies. So, bro, like, look at this. Look. 293,000 sales. 293,000 orders of plants. They're selling plants on Etsy. And they're only selling US as well. Let's go mod party. Let's go wedding. So look, you can see this one. A lot of customizable stuff. But again, they're following the same color scheme, right? So you see this. You see this kind of thing. They are following a different pricing strategy though, but you can see they're following like very similar. They have a filter on basically all of their photos that are following the reasonably similar kind of element. And you see like that's a common theme across a lot of these stores is they are following a similar thing. Even this store, this store completely and utterly, you can see all of their kind of thumbnails. Majority of their thumbnails are following a similar pattern where they're showing multiple different items, multiple different items, and they're also going kind of cheaper side as well. This store's a bit kind of everywhere. This store's super everywhere. Cool though. 1 million sales, holy. Yeah, bro, shit's crazy, man. Let me find the... See, you can see like some of these stores are really up on the up and up. Check out like Elvado. Let's check out all the jewelry stores. The jewelry stores are super interesting. So this store, tiny little jewelry. But again, they have a similar format, right? They're all really showing like they're selling reasonably similar items. But they're doing 20% off, but they're not doing free shipping. They're only doing free shipping if you buy multiple items at the same time. They seem to be selling tiny, they're just selling earrings, 1,500 different earrings. Tiny little earrings, bunch of them. So, oh, that's super cool. That's a super cool product. How can I have products from AliExpress on my own brand name when customer receives the items, he won't complain about being shipped from China? You can just tell them not to include Chinese packaging, bro. This is sick. This is sick. Yeah, like, look, this looks super good, right? Super cool store. Got Star Seller. You see, like, Star Seller, like, all these things, like, all these big stores actually focus on actually, like, adding good customer service. Like, full Star Seller, 600,000 sales. Like, a lot of these big stores do have Star Seller, and they really aim for that. Let me have a look. Shemishil. That's weird, that's one. This one's a super cheap store, right? So there's a lot of different things you can do. Like, what the fuck? How the fuck do they have 400,000 orders and it's just got like this shit right at the beginning? Okay, W last case study. No worries, G. That's good. I like you like it, man. I never know the case studies, man. Like, I don't know. Like, case studies are always weird to me. I mean, video's doing well. People seem to like it. I know. Case studies are just... Case studies always do super well. People like the case study stuff. But I have a bunch more filmed. A bunch more that will come out soon. But like a bunch more. I have a really big one that I know you guys will like. But the smaller ones was like 300K. I think it's cool though because that case study, I think it's cool about case study. That particular case study, which I recently filmed, 75K in 1 month, £75,000 in 1 month in November last year. So it shows you how crazy Q4 is. Like, if a lot of these stores, let's say they're doing this, let's say Silver Brain Silver does 25,000 sales, like individual orders, right? 1,000 orders a fucking day. Like, if you actually deep that, that's nuts. Like, this makes me want to go harder. But if you actually deep how many sales they're doing every single day, they're going to be doing 2.5x to 5x that amount of sales across the Q4 period. So let's say Silver Brain Silver really does well in Q4. 25,000 times 5 times 3. They will do 375,000 orders. That's actually very ambitious. For a store that size, they'll probably do, let's say they do 2.5x that. They'll do like 200,000 orders. That's a ridiculous amount. Yeah, they'll do 200,000 orders in Q4. They'll probably maybe break, they could break over 1 million orders by the end of the year. By like February, they should be able to break over 1 million orders. So these guys will be printing 75,000 orders. They'll do probably 100,000 orders in November. Like 100,000 orders in November. It's like 1 million in November they'll do. It's a lot, right? Super quick interruption. After you finish watching this video right here, go check out the video that's the top link in the description where I detail exactly how I made over £200,000 from Etsy dropshipping in just 3 months. Go check it out, but watch this video first.